Hello, once again. So I thought it would be a good opportunity because to share something with you. I had a coaching call with a client, uh, and that focused on love and relationship. And I thought it would be something that would be interesting to share with you on, that what are the ideal conditions to attract love and relationship in our life. I noticed that a lot of us sometimes are looking for love and relationship, but come from a place of lack and scarcity, meaning that, wow, that was very loud. I'm sorry, that was a motorbike. So we go into uh, looking for companionship, for love, because there is something inside us that is missing, and we want to fill that void um, through that relationship. Uh, that might not be the ideal conditions and the ideal requirements to feel fulfilled in a relationship and to attract the right person. Because when we come from a place of lack, then we are not going to attract, as I mentioned in the previous video, we have resistance. Coming from a place of lack creates resistance, and therefore what we desire is not being manifested. In fact, it's being delayed because we are not vibrating at the right level. We don't have the right energy. So with my client, I did some very powerful visualization exercise with the intention to work on that feeling of feeling whole as a person and fulfilled and satisfied. This is something that I believe a lot of people are struggling with, because when it all relates to our environment, what we experience, how we experience love the first time through our parents, what we saw, how we receive love from them. So all of that comes from these very early beginnings. And that's what we carry around with us till adulthood. And we don't know sometimes that this is what we've been carrying, and we reproduce in our adult life something that has been missing for some time, or we don't have the right formula to start with, and therefore we're struggling to get that feeling of inner happiness and inner fulfillment, that then, because we don't have it, then we're struggling to attract the person that is matching what we really want. So the idea is to then, like for anything that we desire or we want to manifest, it's about feeling whole and complete and happy before we get what we desire, not after. And this is where the challenge is, which is about that feeling that we're after, to feel it before we get what we want. Whether it's the car, the money, the house, the partner. And it's that inner work that is in fact essential so that we can reach that feeling of inner happiness, contentment, and wholeness. Because then whatever we want, we're going to have it. Because we don't crave it. We don't feel that it's not there because we already have it inside. That's really the gist of manifestation. Very easy to understand, but not always something that is done every day by everybody. So it's all about, again, as I mentioned earlier, it's about practicing whatever is going to help us feel complete, and something that we can, it's about generating that sense of love for ourselves instead of looking for love elsewhere. And that is, I would say, what is the magical tool for anyone who wants to be in a fulfilled relationship. It's creating that love for ourselves, first and foremost. There are different ways to do this. You can read about it, you can investigate, you can search, but as long as you haven't done it that way, whatever relationship you're going to go into is going to create a sense of unfulfillment or frustration, because the foundation of the self-love is missing. So that's why this work or this base is essential for everything else. So I'm very curious to know, how do you feel fulfilled? How do you comfort yourself? How do you provide love to yourself? How do you enjoy spending time with yourself? It's not about faking it. It's about feeling it for real, because a lot of people will do as if, because they know these principles inside out. So they will do as if, but inside there is this craving, there is this pain. And this is what requires healing. This is what requires a lot of nurturing and a lot of love before doing anything else. Whether it's go on a date or go and create that money. Sorry. It's that feeling of creating that inner sense of happiness. And, this is why the gratitude exercise is important. This is why it's about feeling very fulfilled with whatever you have and with whoever you are as a person, and not believing that by being with someone, your happiness will depend on whether you are with that person or not, because your happiness depends on your capacity to create that feeling for yourself. And this is extremely important, because the stronger you become in doing this, the stronger the relationship you're going to build and maintain and sustain. So there is that correlation, which is very important, and that you can see with a successful relationship, successful couple. So again, happy to hear from you, whatever you think, your questions, comments. If you are here, please say hi. If you are watching the replay, please say that you're watching the replay and put a comment or say, something. That's what I had to say on that feeling of emptiness versus feeling whole as a person. It's extremely important that that work is done before jumping into a relationship. And a lot of people want to run away from this because, in fact, that's the reason why they want to be in a relationship, because they can't cope with that sense of, whether it's loneliness or emptiness or anxiety. But by doing that and rushing into something to fill that void, they're just running away from something that is still inside. And as long as it's not healed, it's going to affect not only the love and relationship, but other areas. So this is why healing is extremely important. The feeling whole and having that sense of love so much for ourselves that then it spill over. I don't know what's the right word is, but when you have so much love inside, this is when you can actually really love someone, because then the relationship, the interaction that you're going to have is going to be on a different level. And that's what you want. You want something amazing. You want something outstanding. Otherwise, you won't be in this group. So, so this is the path to happily ever after. So please tell me what you think. Share your thoughts. Tell me whether this is something you've experienced or something you are very good at. So I would love to hear your comments, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.